Welcome. My name is Aaron from Third Iron, and as part of the Palc 26 conference, I'd like to give you an introduction of what we do here at Third Iron. At Third Iron, we have kind of two key objectives. One is simplifying and expediting the researcher workflow, so kind of making it easier for students and researchers to access your journal content. And secondly, keeping the user connected with your library. So from wherever they might start their research, we want to be able to make them aware that the content that they're accessing is provided by the library. Something that we've kind of been working on for the last couple of years is access challenges. And this particular tweet sums it up really nicely of what we're trying to achieve here. You can see here, this researcher tweets, "I'm trying to access the paper the proper way." So he's logging on into the library, into the databases, and is trying to log in. He's got the full text available. Yes, it is. Then he's denied access. Got to log in again. Then it's done. Then it's not available. Oh, then it is. Suddenly he's got to log in somewhere else, and then hits a paywall, and it goes on, and in the end, doesn't actually achieve access to that content. So you can see here, a lot of frustration, a lot of time is wasted trying to get access to that content. And you can see here, this particular lady then, or colleague, asked suggested to go elsewhere. In this case, the Sci-Hub, which is a pirate site they shouldn't be using. So the library has lost a customer. So this is what we're trying to do. We're trying to provide, whenever possible, one-click access to the content from users that start inside the library, so supporting your existing library's subscriptions, with databases, in discovery services, and so forth, providing this one-click access, as well as supporting users starting outside the library. So for example, in Google Scholar or in ResearchGate or in Wikipedia and so forth. The impact, of course, of users not being able to get access to content or taking too many clicks is, of course, wasted researcher time and also incomplete research because users aren't reading the articles that they should be reading if they're hitting a paywall. Also, from a library's perspective, of course, there's increased help desk requests by users contacting the library saying, "Hey, I found this article in the database, but I can't work out how to get to that PDF." Alternatively, they might be firing off unnecessary interlibrary loan requests by requesting the article when it's actually available via PDF. And overall, it de-incentivizes the use of library resources because users are finding alternatives, such as Academia EU, or maybe a Twitter, where there's a hashtag, I can have PDF, where the users can kind of share PDFs and so forth, or they might be turning to pirate sites like Sci-Hub, where this user tweets, "Hey, accessing the journal via the library takes me a minute. If I access it via Sci-Hub, 5 seconds. So the objective here at Third Iron is kind of meeting user expectations by providing consistent signposting regardless of starting place and connecting the user to the library's content from where they might start their research within one click. The service that we provide is called LibKey, and LibKey kind of provides one-click access to content within kind of these 5 key areas. One being, of course, a discovery service like Summon or EDS, but also publicly available discovery services like Semantic Scholar and ClearNow or Citationally and so forth. We also support databases, so for example, like Scopus and Web of Science. We provide a DOI resolution for those users who like to search via DOI, and also support users that like to search on the open web by integrating services like Google Scholar or publisher pages, ResearchGate, and so forth. Our services have been used in about 1,000 or so libraries across the world in 32 different countries, serving all the different types of markets. And of course, we also have customers in the region where you are. So for example, we have Tesla University using our services and 2 further universities in Greece as well. What I'd like to do now is go to a live demo and kind of run you through some of these integration options. You can see here, we have one of our customers here in Athens. I'm doing a search here in their discovery service Summon from the library homepage. You can see here now, the search results are being populated by libkey elements. So, for example, the journal covers come into the discovery service summon via libkey. We also add one-click access to the PDFs. These are coming from libkey. If I now click on here, the user is basically taken straight through to that PDF. In this case, an open access version of this. We also provide article and context linking. So this means we can take the user through to that journal, to that volume and issue, and where the article was published. So we're highlighting now the article here that is viewed in Summon, and this then allows me to kind of discover and browse through this volume and issue to discover additional content. If I'm interested in something, all I need to do is simply click on the actual PDF button here, and again, I'm taking straight through to the content. Within our sister product, Browsing, it also allows me to kind of browse through the full volumes and issues of that journal. I also have related subjects here as well. So this allows me to surface additional journals that my library subscribes to for this particular area of interest. So you can see here, there's vast amount of journals available that could be of interest. If I'm interested in a particular journal here, simply click on the journal cover and it's taking me then straight through here to that journal, and I can browse an additional content. So we also support openly available discovery services, such as ClinOwl, for example. So you can see here, I'm doing a search in ClinOwl. There's no way to affiliate myself with a university in these publicly available discovery solutions. But what you have here is a get PDF via libkey. If you now click on here, again, via libkey, it takes me straight through to that content that my library subscribes to. We also support databases. So if you can see here, I'm going to a database here from one of our customers here in the UK, the Cambridge University Library. This is their PubMed database. If I now do a search here in PubMed, you can see here it's providing the link resolver here. If I now click on here via libkey, it takes me straight through to that PDF. So it's a really nice way of kind of bypassing the link resolver and going straight through to that content. We also support other databases such as ProQuest, EBSCO, Scopus, and so forth, and also Google Scholar as well. So I've done a search here in Google Scholar. You can see here the link resolver buttons from Cambridge University appear. If I now click on here, this then kind of takes you straight through via libkey again to that content. We also provide a DOI search mechanism called libkey.io. If you simply go to libkey.io and simply copy and paste a DOI into the search box here, click on Find DOI, again, via library subscriptions, it will automatically take me through to that content within one click. So it's kind of providing this kind of sci-hub type of user experience. If you have a plugin installed called libkey Nomad, you simply go to the Web Chrome store, search for libkey Nomad, install it. It takes a couple of seconds to do. We can then also support users on the open web. So if I then, for example, do a search in Science Direct, I'm not affiliated, libkey will alert me to say, hey, you can actually download that PDF via the library. You can see here, it takes me straight through. Or I might be in Springer. Typically, of course, here, I'm hit with the paywall. I might have expected to pay, but then libkey's alerting me saying, hey, you can actually download that article via the library. We also have inline integration into services like Wikipedia. We know that students like to use Wikipedia to search for content. Within Wikipedia, there's often cited references, and you can see here, libkey is now pulling in the links directly into these cited references that your library subscribes to, rather than simply clicking on these buttons here. We also provide inline integration into databases, for example, such as PubMed. Scopus and Web of Science, we can see here, is pulling in the journal covers, the links, and also the view complete issues directly into those databases as well. So that was a very short, quick introduction or live overview of LibKey. Just to give an idea on cost, it's extremely affordable pricing. It's typically the equivalent of a couple of scientific journals. If you do want to have more information about LibKey or Browsine or our pricing structures, please contact our partners in Cyprus and in Greece, which is Interoptics. Yorgos is our main contact there. He's a great guy. Please get in touch with him to find out a little bit more about what we do. So I'd like to say thank you very much for your time. Enjoy the rest of your conference. And yeah, I'd love to hear from you guys. Thank you. Bye-bye.